course, we are not the only beings with personalities, minds, and emotions. What I've learned from the chimpanzees is the way, not only the ways we're similar to them, but the ways that we're different. So here we are, this most intellectual species to ever walk the planet, and yet we're destroying our only home. Is it because there's a disconnect between this clever brain and the human heart, which is love and compassion? What do you think?
It's dangerous being a chimpanzee. But let me tell you a story. A bittersweet story. Several years ago, in the heart of the Democratic Republic of Congo, war raged on. In the crucible of conflict, human lives were lost, but also the innocent souls of the precious wildlife in this Africa's most treasured forest. Among the lives lost was a chimpanzee mother who left behind her only precious daughter, Ikuru. Ikuru remembers that fateful night as her mother lay lifeless on the forest floor. She recalls hearing her mother's panthood, louder and louder, followed by whimpering sounds, and slowly, her whimpers turned into silence. Ikuru looked at her mother's belly, and there was a lot of blood. She tried to touch her eyes and lips, but she couldn't move. As she helplessly clung to her body, her mother unfortunately bled to death. It's a day she had never been prepared for. A few hours later, as Ikuru sobbed for her loss, a soldier found her. He tried to pull her away, but she tightened her grip. She just couldn't leave her mother's side. She only fled the scene when the place caught fire and her delicate skin began to burn. She had to run away in fear of losing her life to the merciless flames that burnt her mother's body. The soldier would then find her and bring her to Uganda, where he would try to raise her as a house pet in the northwestern district of Arua. Ikuru was only saved by government officials from the Uganda Wildlife Authority, who flew her to the then Uganda Wildlife Education Center, the renowned Entebbe Zoo, and she would later on be transferred to a special island sanctuary called Ngamba. Now let's flip the pages and peek into the famous Kivale forest. In here is an oasis of hope for chimpanzees, where their resilience and intelligence shine. This ancient tropical rainforest is a heaven for man's closest relative. But like many chimpanzee habitats, it's not without challenge. The harmony we see among this chimpanzee community is threatened by the discordant notes of human encroachment. Over 80% of the worldwide forest habitat has been lost in the last 25 years, and their global population has halved in just the last 63 years. It's the kind of drastic impact that only the human race can have in such a short time in the history of our planet. Fortunately, it's also a problem that the same human race can reverse in the shortest time possible. But it's got to be deliberate.
15 years ago, I made my journey to Ngamba Island as a new member of staff. I did not really know what to expect. I was only a young lad full of energy, hoping to start a career in conservation and also earn a salary to support my own family back home in Western Uganda. When I first set foot on this island, I felt this unexplainable connection. I was really captivated by chimpanzees who had found a home and were getting a second chance at life. Now, they are my family and I am theirs.
25 years ago, Ngamba Island, a semi-captive setting like no other, took root. And through the years, it has continually proven to be a place where dark stories are wiped away by everlasting smiles. With a total land area of 100 acres, she's just about the size of the world's smallest country, the Vatican. This sacred island provides a new chapter for both orphaned and rescued chimpanzees from all across the world. Ikuru is one of the chimps that are fortunate to now live here. Once a victim of an ugly tragedy in the Congo Civil War, she now finds solace in the loving embrace of Ngamba's dedicated caregivers. Ikuru's story is a reflection of what her name translates to mean. Ikuru means the happy one. Her ugly past is only but one of many sad stories that the island retreat is working to transform into happy ones.
All our chimpanzees have gone through miserable conditions before they arrived at Ngamba Island Chimpanzee Sanctuary. Our special island now provides these incredible beings a safe haven, fostering a natural behavior and allowing them to heal emotionally.
With every passing year, Ngamba Island has grown stronger and stronger, becoming a symbol of hope and a testament to what we can achieve as a human race if we chose to stand together. But Ngamba Island isn't just a sanctuary. It has also quickly evolved into a place where future generations embrace their responsibility as stewards of the natural world. As the sun sets on another beautiful day, hope illuminates the future of these extraordinary creatures. Thanks to the unwavering dedication of caregivers, researchers, supporters and donors, the legacy of Ngamba Island continues to grow. In the warm evening light, conservationists ensure the comfort of the chimps, leading them to their hammocks with tender loving care. Here, on this island of miracles, they compose verses of joy, painting a masterpiece of human-chimpanzee connection and resilience.
As an animal caregiver on this island, I have witnessed the song of the chimps touching the souls of many visitors that come to see us. In their eyes, our guests have enjoyed a life-changing experience. Ngamba Island's mission reaches far beyond these shores. We are also extending much-needed help to chimpanzee populations many miles away.
In this 25th anniversary celebration, they renew their commitment. Ngamba Island stands as a testament to the power of compassion, showing the world that with love and understanding, we can all create miracles. As we commemorate their 25 years of successful chimpanzee conservation, may our hearts carry forward the melody of compassion, protecting and preserving these beautiful creatures for generations to come.